Hi, my name is Paul, and this is introduction for my courses. In the first 5 years of the business, the failure rate is 45%. However, you will see serial entrepreneurs who create a company after a company after company. It feels like luck is no longer with them. And one of the main reasons why there is a big gap between us with those serial entrepreneurs is because a lot of entrepreneurs, what they're doing daily is reinvent the wheel. Not even on the CEO level, even down to a sales position. Imagine you hire a sales guy from all of the college, communication master. But to become a great salesperson, communication is not enough. You need to know psychology, sociology, economic, or even investment. How can I invest my time into correct things? But however, when this new guy come in, he do not know majority of those knowledge, basic knowledge bases from different field. So what they do is they will take your customer, your money, your resources, go try and error, go use this next 5 years as experience to learn those basic things in different field. But in the end, they may become a better salesperson, or they may even leave your company when they're getting better. In the same time, we can just use courses like this, science courses that connect to business, use 5 to 8 hours to solve this whole problem in the first step when the people just coming in. Let me give you an example of it. For example, percentage, 5%, 10%, is a math concept. 100 years ago, it was not a public knowledge. The people who understand percentage is like Rockefeller, he's an accountant, and other mathematic guys. But if you look nowadays, who do not understand percentage, you can really see them become successful in nowadays business, because nowadays percentage become really important because how complex the business world are nowadays. Percentage is not just a math concept, a measurement. It even gives us a brand new point of view on our business. When we talk about growth of last quarter, if I only toss you a number, a dollar, how much amount of dollar that we increase, you will not have an idea what does it mean. But percentage give you a relevance of compared to last month or overall how the performance are. It gives you a boundary to understand this growth even more clearly. However, yet lots of entrepreneurs didn't understand percentage deep enough. Without this a different point of angle, for entrepreneur, it's like you're using the wrong map to find a way out. Can you imagine you use a Detroit map to find a way out in New York? The harder you try, the more frustration you will feel. One of the classic things is I view a lot of courses that have been teaching out there about leadership, management. The product they've delivered is an industrial age product. Their goal is most people in the company, 8 out of 10 KPI. That's what they call really productive. But in reality, you guys know in the real world, normally 10% of the company workers will create 10,000 out of the 10 KPI. Hitting the KPI not gonna save the company. And you think I'm maybe over exaggerating, but let me give you an example. For example, the best Uber driver will get you to airport 10 minutes faster than the mediocre one. To be honest, there's not that big difference if I have a taxi company. So my goal is not procrastinated. 8 out of 10 on KPI. Leadership means execution. Do whatever I said. And how we measure the value we create is numbers of hours. But nowadays, is no longer like industrial, Ford or Toyota age. Because of the internet, everybody get empowered, especially for those creative jobs. For example, marketing. A master, the father of advertisement, done 10,000 more value than a marketing major student fresh out of college. So does programmers, 10,000 more than average. Writers, artists, CEO, all those jobs, the gap between average and the best one become bigger and bigger and bigger. So now when we measure the value we generate, it's no longer numbers of hours. It becomes percentage of productivity. Since we hired this CEO, what's the percentage growth of our productivity? Since we get this really great marketing guy, what's the percentage growth of our marketing sector? And the reason why for that major shift to percentage, I think I already stated really clear why percentage as a new angle is important. If you only look at hours, you will see your company grow like linear like this. But most companies nowadays grow exponentially. In another word, they grow compoundly. This idea is actually get from another really basic math concept, is switch from normal distribution to an exponential distribution, which is the compound we're talking about. And I'm sure you guys probably even learned that in high school. But to apply those ideas into business are important because that's how we create company successfully without failing the first 5 years. A real life example is Sony. Sony as a tech company reached 2 billion evaluation when they have 40,000 people. But on the other hand, company like WhatsApp, they use 25 people, 18 months to reach 2 billion evaluation. You can see every member's value become bigger and bigger. And that is not it. Even more, there's a study show during 2000, internet bubbles burst. Lots of companies fired about 1/3 of their workers. And from logically, they have a decrease on numbers of hour productivity. However, a lot of companies show they have a growth of productivity because good enough person sometimes will drag the whole team back. It will influence the company. It will make the talent feel tired of explaining. It will make you establish more rule, like what all those leadership courses teach you, to limit the bad behavior. That's not where talent want to stay at. And this example is borrowed from Netflix and Microsoft. They both find out when they have less people but more talent density, their productivity is even increased more. Compounding or percentage growth was found even BC 2000. But yet nowadays people understand deep enough. I'm going to quote Albert Einstein's saying, "Compound is the eighth wonder of the world. Who understands it, earn it. Who doesn't, pay it." And we only talk about compound percentage. This is only small parts of my courses. We're going to introduce even more, like physics Nobel Prize last year. It's basically solve one central question in business is how can we stop micromanagement? How can we just set up the ground, give them the water, give them the sun? The good idea, good product, good talent will grow on themselves. Instead, me as the owner will be so tired when I left the company done nothing. Or one of really big member or co-founder left, the company will fall apart. How can we prevent that from point of view of physics? If you're interested, please don't neglect to talk to me, and I will link my email or contact information about here. And I hope you like this, and I see you in future. Thank you.